Hello students, in today's class let us see few case study questions. First let us get into the first question. RK Fabricators has got a order for making a frame for mission of their client. So they are going to make a frame for the missions, for which they are using AutoCAD software to create a constructible model that includes the relevant information such as dimensions of the frame and materials needed. The frame will have a solid base. The frame will have a solid base and will be cut out of a piece of steel. The final area of the frame should be 54 square meter. The diagram of the frame is shown below, right? So this is what that frame. So they have given you a frame. This has a solid base. This shaded region is the base and this inner rectangle is the area of the metal frame finally to be cut out of this frame, right? This shaded region is a solid base. The frame will have a solid base and will be cut out of a piece of steel. So this piece of steel should be cut out of the frame, okay? In order to put the right values in the AutoCAD software, the engineer needs to calculate some basic values. So this dimension is 10 meter. The length of the inner frame is 10 meter and the breadth is 5 meter, and they have given you the width is x. Now let us see what are the questions they have asked out of this information. Now the first question is they asked you to find the dimensions of the outer frame. This can be easily find out. What is the dimensions of the outer frame? The inner frame dimension is 10 meter into 5 meter, right? So what will be the dimensions of the outer frame? This 10 plus this length plus this length, right? So this is x all over the side. So this will also be x and this will also be x and this will also be x and this is also x. So 10 meter plus x will give you the length. 10 into x plus x is 2x, right? So 10 plus 2x. 10 plus x plus x. This length plus x will give you the length, and breadth is going to be 5 plus this, right? So 5 plus x, which is nothing but 10 plus x is 10 plus 2x, and this is 5 plus 2x. Therefore, the dimensions of the outer frame are 10 plus 2x into 5 plus 2x centimeter. Sorry, meter, right? Meter. So the dimensions of the outer frame are 10 plus 2x, 5 plus 2x. According to the options which is given in the question, you can give, or else you can write length is 10 plus 2x meter and breadth is 5 plus 2x meter, right? Let us move on to the second question. A metal sheet of minimum area is used to make the frame. What should be the minimum area of the metal sheet before cutting? So before cutting this sheet, what will be the area? So we have to find the area of the outer frame. Okay, before cutting they asked what is the minimum area. So the entire area of the metal sheet we have to find. So what is area of the rectangle? Length into breadth, right? So area is length into breadth. What is the length we have? 10 plus 2x. Breadth is 5 plus 2x. So we have to multiply and make it as a quadratic equation. So if we multiply 10 into 5 is 50 plus 10 into 2x is 20x plus 5 into 2 is 10x plus 2 into 2 is 4x square. So your final answer is 4x square plus 30x plus 50 is the minimum area required before cutting the metal sheet, right? Third question, what is the area required final metal frame? Final metal frame is the inner frame, right? This is the inner frame. So what is the final area required? Final area required is the outer frame minus this inner. That is going to be the frame, right? See, this is the solid base and in between this area we are going to remove it. We are going to cut this frame and we are going to remove it. So what is the area, final area required? This is the final area. After cutting the inner sheet, what are we going to obtain is the final area of the frame, this region, right? So how to find the area of this region? We have to subtract this inner area from the outer area, right? Outer area we already found, which is 4x square plus 30x plus 50. Okay, so final area is equal to outer area minus inner area. What is outer area? 4x square plus 30x plus 50. What is inner area? Inner area is again a rectangle of dimension 10 into 5. So the area, inner area is going to be 10 into 5, which is 50. So this 50 will get cancelled. So the answer is 4x square plus 30x. 4x square plus 30x is the area required for the final metal frame, right? Next question, if the area of the frame is 54 square meter, what is the value of x? So if the area is 54, which means what we have found out in the last subdivision is 54. So we can take 4x square plus 30x is equal to 54, and we have to find what is the value of x. Since this is a quadratic equation in x, we have to solve the quadratic equation by using splitting the middle term or using the formula or any method. Okay. Now listen, we got a quadratic equation 4x square plus 30x minus 54. We have to do it splitting the middle term. First I have divided throughout by 2 since they have a common factor. So we got 2x square plus 15x minus 27. I have divided throughout by 2. Now we have to undergo splitting the middle term. So 2 into 27 is minus 54. 18 3s are 54. Last term is minus. So it should be assigned 1 plus and 1 minus, but the middle term is plus. So I have assigned a greater number plus. Hope you remember all these things. So 2x square plus 18x minus 3x minus 27 equal to 0. I have taken common from the first two terms and the last two terms. First two terms 2x is common, so we have x plus 9. Then for last two terms minus 3 is common, so we got x plus 9 equal to 0. So 2x minus 3 into x plus 9 equal to 0. So if I equate both the terms to 0, we got x is equal to 3 by 2, which is nothing but 1.5, or x equal to minus 9. The value of x cannot be negative since we are talking about the dimensions of a frame, which cannot be negative. So we will go with the value of x which has a positive number, which is 1.5. Right? The last question, what is a perimeter of the frame? So what is the perimeter of the frame? It is a rectangular frame. See, understand the question properly. This is the solid base and this is being cut out of it. So the frame is this. This is what the frame, like a photo frame where we will keep our photo inside the frame. This is the outer frame, right? So they asked you to find the perimeter of this. So what are the dimensions? This is 10 plus 2x and this is 5 plus 2x, right? So perimeter of a rectangle formula is 2 times L plus B. So if we substitute, we know what is the x value, 3 by 2, or you can go with 1.5. Any value you can take. I can take it as a fraction so that simplification will become easier. So 15 plus 4x, 3 by 2 I have substituted, 2 cancelled. So we got 42 meter, right? This how only you have to understand the information which is given in the question, and then you have to solve the questions asked based on the information. Right, ma? Hope you understood the first case study. Let us see the next one now. Now let us see the second case study. Resident Welfare Association RWA of Gulmahar Society in Delhi have installed 3 electric poles A, B and C in a society's common park. Despite these 3 poles, some parts of the park are still in dark. So RWA decides to have one more electric pole in D in the park. So they have planned to decide one more electric pole in the park. Okay, they have planned to install one more electric pole in the park. So this is what the information given, and they have presented beautifully the data as a coordinate in a Cartesian plane. They have designed it. They have represented it. They have shown you the data in a Cartesian plane and they have asked a few questions out of it. Let us see what are all the questions. Hope this type of question, that is questions based on coordinate geometry, you will feel easier. The first question what we have discussed is from quadratic equations. Now it is from the coordinate geometry. They have represented beautifully. First question is, what is the position of the pole C? The position of the pole C we can easily recognize. This is x-axis, this is y-axis. The position of C is 5, 4. So the answer for the first question is 5, 4. Right? Second question, what is the distance of the pole B from the corner O of the park? Corner O is clearly 0, 0. They asked to find the distance of the pole B from the corner. So first we have to identify the coordinates of B, position of B. What is position of B? 6, 6. Right? So B is 6, 6 and O is 0, 0. So we have to find the distance between BO. What is distance formula? Square root of x2 minus x1 the whole square plus y2 minus y1 the whole square. So which is equal to square root of 0 minus 6 or 6 minus 0. You can take it in any way. So if you are going to find out 0 minus 6 from O only they asked. So you can take this as x1 y1 and this as x2 y2. In whatever way you are going to take, you are going to get the same answer, since negative sign will not affect since we have square, right? So 6 minus 0 the whole square plus 6 minus 0 the whole square. So which is going to be square root of 36 plus square root of 36, right? So what is square root of 36 plus 36? 12, balance 1, square root of 72. So it depends on the options which is given in the question. You can leave the answer either as root 72, or else if they have given it, if they have factorized and they have given you answer in the square root, you have to find out. So if we find what is square root of 72, 36, then 36 can be written as 6 6R, right? So 72 can be written as square root of 2 into 36 into, 6 into 6, 2 into 6 into 6, which is nothing but 6 root 2. So 6 root 2 units is the distance of the pole B from the origin, right? Hope you got it. Third question, find the position of the fourth pole D so that the 4 points form a parallelogram. So they have given you the 4 points form a parallelogram. So this is what the parallelogram, A, B, C, D. So A point, so we have to identify the position of A, B, C. C we have already identified, which is 5, 4. B is 6, 6. What is A? The position of A is 2, 7. Right? The position of A is 2, 7. They asked you to find the coordinates of D such that they form a parallelogram. We know the wonderful property of parallelogram. What is it? Diagonals bisect each other. This can be found in two ways. This type of problems we have solved in coordinate geometry. Either you can go with the distance formula by saying opposite sides are equal, or else you can go with the midpoint formula, because we know the diagonals bisect each other. The midpoint of AC will be same as the midpoint of BD. So first let us find the midpoint of AC. Midpoint formula is x1 plus x2 divided by 2, y1 plus y2 divided by 2. So 2 plus 5 divided by 2. 2 plus 5 is 7 divided by 2. Then y1 plus y2 divided by 2. 7 plus 4 is 11 divided by 2. This is what the midpoint of AC. Then let us find what is a midpoint of BD. Midpoint of BD, which is equal to, if we take this as x, y, then 6 plus x. 6 plus x divided by 2, then 6 plus y divided by 2. This should be equal to 7, 2, 11, 2, right? So we are going to equate x coordinate and the y coordinate. So 6 plus x divided by 2, which is equal to 7 by 2. So 2 will get cancelled. So this implies the value of X is 7 minus 6, which is 1. Right, I don't have space, so I am doing it here. Similarly, 6 plus y divided by 2, which is equal to 11 by 2. So 2 will get cancelled. So the value of y is 11 minus 6. 11 minus 6, which is nothing but 5. So the value of y is 5. So the coordinates, the position of the fourth pole D is 1, 5. Right. Last question, what is the, fourth question, what is the distance between the poles A and C? Hope you can do it by your own. It's like applying in the distance formula. The position of A, we know A is 2, 7, right? 2, 7, and the position of C is 5, 4. We have to apply in the distance formula and find what is the distance. The last question is also of the same kind. What is the distance between the poles B and D? Now we found the position of D. Already we know the position of B. Find the distance between those two poles. That's it. Right? Hope you got it. Let us move on to the next question now. Now let us see the third question, third case study. A clinometer is a tool that is used to measure the angle of elevation. Hope you have learnt about this instrument in your physics. It's an instrument to find the angle of elevation. It is made like this. This is the clinometer. They have given you the clinometer picture here, which is used to measure the angle of elevation or angle from the ground in a right angled triangle. We can use a clinometer to measure the height of tall things that you can't possibly reach to the top of the flagpoles, buildings, trees. Ravish got a clinometer from school lab and started measuring elevation angle in surrounding. He saw a building on which a society logo is painted on wall of the building. So he saw a building in which the society logo is painted here. So he wanted to measure something using the clinometer, which he brought it from the school lab, right? So from a point P on the ground level, we named this point as P on the ground level, the angle of elevation of the roof of the building is 45 degree, and the angle of elevation of the center of the logo is 30 degree from the same point. So the point P is at a distance 24 meter from the base of the building, which is base, this is, right? So from the base of the building, the point P is 24 meters. So this is 24 meter. So this is what the information given in the question. Based on this, they have asked a few questions. Let us see what are the questions they have asked, right? Now see, as per the data given in the question, this is what the diagram. This is a point P, center of the logo. I named it as ABC. This is building, and the point P is 24 meter away from the building, and this angle, roof of the building is 45 degree and the center of the logo is 30 degree. Now the first question is, what is the height of the building logo from the ground? So from the ground, the building logo height is this. So we need to find AB. So let us consider this smaller triangle. It's a right triangle. There the angle of elevation is 30 degree. So we have to take the trigonometric ratio which relates this side and this side of the angle. This is opposite side of the angle and this is adjacent side of the angle. So the ratio relating opposite and adjacent is tan ratio. So tan 30 is equal to opposite divided by adjacent. So AB divided by AP. What is tan 30? Tan 30 is 1 by root 3. So 1 by root 3 is equal to AB, we don't know, AP is 24. So this implies AB is equal to 24 divided by root 3. Again 24 we can, see everything, your simplification fully based on the options which is given. If it is for 1 mark, you have to rationalize and give the answer without options, I mean. So if they have given you the multiple choices, you have to check out your answers at each step. If the answer does not match, you rationalize and check out. Now we are going to rationalize the denominator. How we will rationalize? Multiply and divide by root 3. So we get 24 root 3 divided by root 3 into root 3 is 3. So 3 8s are 24. So 8 root 3 meter is the height of the center of the logo from the ground level. Right? Let us move on to the next question. What is the height of the building from the ground? Height of the building means entire AC they asked you to find out. So we have to go for the bigger triangle. Again, this is opposite side, this is adjacent side. So ratio relating opposite and adjacent is tan ratio and the angle is 45 degree. So tan 45 is equal to AC divided by AP. So tan 45 is equal to AC divided by AP. Tan 45 is 1 we know, AC we don't know, AP is 24. Therefore, height of the building is 24 meter. Right? Next question, what is the aerial distance of the point P from the top of the building? What is meant by aerial distance? I asked you to find the aerial distance of the point P from the top of the building. This is top of the building. Aerial distance of the point P, which means this distance they asked you to find out. This distance is the height of the building and this is the aerial distance of the point P from the top of the building. So we need to find what is PC. And we know this is the angle of elevation 45 degree and this side is opposite to angle, this side is adjacent to angle, this is hypotenuse to angle. We need to find the hypotenuse. So we have to go for either cos ratio or sine ratio. We know what is AC. So you can go for cos ratio or sine ratio as your wish. Now if we go for cos ratio, what will happen? So cos 45 is going to be adjacent divided by hypotenuse. So AP divided by PC. AP is 24, cos 45 is 1 by root 2, PC we don't know. So if we cross multiply, 24 root 2 meter is the aerial distance of the point P from the top of the building. The next question is, if the point of observation P is moved 9 meter towards the base of the building, then the angle of elevation theta of the logo on the building is given by. Now what they have given, the point P is moved 9 meter towards the building. This is the building, right? A, B, C, and here is the logo. The point P is moved 9 meter towards the building. So what is 24 minus 9, which is 15. So the point P, the distance between the point P and the base of the building is 15 meter now. If this is the case, what will be the angle of elevation to the top logo of the building? Here is the logo. So we have taken this as theta. So we have to find what is this theta, right? Now what ratio we will go for? We know the AB and the AC distance, right? What is AB? We found in our which subdivision? First subdivision. AB is 8 root 3, right? This is 8 root 3. Since we are moving the position of the point P, the distance of the logo, center of the logo from the base or the height of the building is not going to change. They are going to remain same only. So this is 8 root 3 and the height of the building is 24 meter. Now with this dimensions, we are going to find what is going to be our theta. So the ratio relating opposite and adjacent is tan ratio. So tan theta is equal to opposite divided by adjacent. So 8 root 3 divided by 15. Right? So they have given you the options in terms of tan theta only. They asked you what is theta. They asked you in terms of tan theta. They have given you options in terms of tan theta. So you can write tan theta is equal to 8 root 3 by 15. If they ask you what is the theta, theta is tan inverse of 8 root 3 divided by 15. We will express the inverse trigonometric ratio like this, right? Similarly, the next question is in above case, if the point P is moved like this, what is the angle of elevation phi of the top of the building? The same way, we have denoted as tan phi. Tan phi is going to be 24 divided by 15, right? So tan phi is going to be 24 divided by 15. If we simplify it using 3 tables, it will become 8 by 5. But the options given in decimal in the question, you can leave as such or else you can divide and give 1.6. Again, it depends on the multiple choices which is given in the question. If they have given it in fraction, you leave it. If they have given the options in decimal, find the decimal answer and check out. Right? As far as case study is concerned, only if you are thorough with the concepts, you can answer it. See, as of now, we have seen one case study problem from quadratic equations, one from trigonometry, one from coordinate geometry. Next we are going to see one from probability in today's class. Now let us see the next question based on probability. They have given you cards on which the numbers 1 to 100 are written and no number is repeated and one number is written in one card, right? So n of s is 100. They have asked a few questions out of it. This is also a case study. What is the probability that card taken out has an odd number? So from the numbers 1 to 100 it is very clear 50 numbers are odd numbers and 50 numbers are even numbers, right? So probability of getting an odd number is 50 divided by 100, which is nothing but 1 by 2, 0.5, right? Next question, what is the probability that the card taken out has a 2-digit odd number? So out of 50 odd numbers, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. These 5 numbers are only 1-digit odd number. After 9, we will get 11, 13, all those are 2-digit odd numbers. So out of 50 numbers, if we remove these 5 numbers, the remaining all are going to be 2-digit odd numbers only because we have numbers only from 1 to 100. So 50 minus 5 is going to be 45. So probability of getting 2-digit odd number is 45 divided by 100, which is nothing but 0.45, right? Third question, what is the probability that the card taken out has an odd number which is a multiple of 11? So it should be a multiple of 11 and it should be an odd number. Has an odd number which is a multiple of 11. So first let us list out all the multiples of 11 and then we will choose what are all the odd numbers there. Here 11, 33, 55, 77, 99 are only odd numbers. There are only 5 odd multiples of 11. Therefore, the probability is 5 by 100, which is nothing but 0.05, right? Next question, what is the probability that the card taken out has an odd number which is not less than 70? So, it should be an odd number and it should not be less than 70, not less than. As far as probability is concerned, very easy to solve, but you have to understand the question properly. By mistake, if you take it in the other sense, the entire answer will go wrong. So here it is not less than 70. So the number should not be less than 70. So greater than 70, instead of giving you greater than 70, they have given you not less than. So understand it and list out the outcomes. So you have to list out the odd numbers which is greater than 70. So it should be 71, 73, 75 like that till 99. So if you count, we have 15 numbers. So the probability is going to be 15 divided by 100, which is nothing but 0.15. Right? Last question, what is the probability that the card taken out has an odd number which is not multiple of 11? So understand the question properly. This question and this question are not complementary events. This has a different meaning. Out of multiples of 11, how many odd numbers are there? Here, has an odd number which is not a multiple of 11, which is not a multiple of 11. So, there are 50 numbers out of which multiples of 11 we have to remove. So, what are the multiples of 11 which is an odd number? 5 numbers are there, we have seen here. So, if we remove of those 5, the number of odd numbers which is not a multiple of 11 is going to be 45. So, 45 divided by 100 is 0.45. Yes. Hope you understood. So, in today's class, we have discussed 4 different case studies from 4 different chapters. So, I want you to go through and redo all these problems. Instead of listening to the video, if you work out only, you will get a lot of mistakes. So, do it by your own, learn all your mistakes. In the forthcoming classes, I'll post you few more case studies from different chapters. And if you have any doubts, you can ask me. Thank you, students.